for race number 3, and in this race we run the 1,000 metre course, and it's a Class 4. Jazz Deeds on the class drop at the top of the book. Kaying Spirit, the 2, gets a tongue tie on. We've got Lightning Storm, who's won his only race day start. That was at the day meeting at the end of October. The 5 Dashing Genius gets the blinkers on. Scotch Tycoon and Super Class make their Happy Valley race debuts. Super Commander, first start for Chris So. Star of Wooey has the tongue tie off, and Travel to Took draws nicely in 1 and gets a £5 claim, Tom, for Victor Wong.
Yeah, and the speed in this race looks to come from Lightning Storm. He actually led in his debut run, but he actually wasn't a gun out of the gates on that occasion either. He was better away in his recent barrier trial. Packing champion, Paul, does he fire across from 12 for the horse marked 40?
Yeah, I think he's got no choice, has he? Packing champion, he's got the lightweight and he's drawn wide, and if he doesn't go forward, I think he's going to be caught wide. Amazing Rocky could have that fate though. Another one that's drawn out in barrier 10.
Checking out some replays now, and we're heading across to Shah 10, Paul. A horse you were keen on this day, Scotch Tycoon, and he travelled really well. Do you think it was just a case of the condition giving out? Because his trials had been okay, and Super Class had tried up really well at Happy Valley prior to this.
Yeah, look, I'm going to put both those 2 horses in. You mentioned Scotch Tycoon. I think, look, his trials in Chungfa were pretty good. He's come here and trialled well. He did knock up late, so look, he goes in. But Super Class, he's another one that hit the line really strongly as well. So I think they'll both come on from this run.
Yeah, Scotch Tycoon and Amazing Rocky both looked to one pace, and I thought Super Class, who'd won a barrier trial at Happy Valley prior to his debut there at Shah 10, he was just a little off the pace and looked a bit green late, so I think he can certainly improve.
Lightning Storm has had the 1 start for 1 victory. That was, as mentioned, way back at the end of October. Zach Purton rode that day. He partners the horse again on Wednesday night, and he stopped by with Nick at Track Work for a chat.
Zach, great to have you back this Wednesday evening at Happy Valley. Lightning Storm is a horse that you won on first time up, and he looks a nice prospect.
Yeah, he did a good job. He was a little bit slow out of the gate that night, which was uncharacteristic of him, but he was able to use the extra space he had there on the inside to rally through and get a nice spot, and then obviously he went on and won the race from there, so it was a nice effort. And
you galloped him recently, gave you the feel still of a horse that you knew when you sat on him race day?
Yeah, he hasn't really improved a lot. He's still a little bit immature, and he hasn't quite developed into himself yet, but he did what he had to do. He's usually quite relaxed on his own, and he just cruised down the back straight.
Obviously you were unable to trial him, but I'm sure you would have had a look back at that trial. Derek Lung kept the saddle warm for you. He seemed to do that very well.
Yeah, I think he did. I thought he did. He showed his usual gate speed and then seemed to go to the line nicely, so he looks like he's in good form.
And just judged on that debut run, Zach, obviously he was able to win, but obviously distinct little signs perhaps of greenness. Is he still a horse very much a work in progress going forward?
Yeah, he is. He can be quite relaxed in some respects, which is probably why he sort of missed the gate a little bit. And then when he was in front, he's wandering around, not really knowing what to do. So I think as time goes on, and he should continue to give us a little bit more.
And just on trip, he's a 1,000-metre horse for now. Did you feel he might be a horse in time that would get a little bit further?
Might be able to get 1,200, but he seems like he's all speed at the moment.
We'll see if the boys have got him in his selections shortly. You'd imagine they probably will. Paul, Super Commander, been up to Chungfa. He's had a trial up there behind More Than Enough, and Chris So takes over from David Ferraris. Draws nicely in 3 too. Yeah,
look, he's promised a bit, this horse, but hasn't delivered it so far. So we'll see how he goes for the new stable. It was a nice quiet trial up here on the all-weather. He's still a maiden from his 18 starts.
Yeah, he was sort of on the cusp, and then I saw he was an 18-start maiden, so that ruled him out here. A couple of recent trials, but we'll see if he can improve.
All right, so that is Super Commander. Wagner Borges will take the ride as he debuts for the new stable. Is it a Lightning Storm, Paul, to make it 2 for 2?
Yeah, I think it is. He looks clearly on top for me, Lightning Storm. The way things are going, it was a nice, strong win, and he seems to have learned a bit with that trial. He jumped out a lot better. Look, Scotch Tycoon will be one at value. He's had that 1 run. Jazz Steed, now he's been downgraded, so he goes in. Coming back into this grade, his win was off 54. He's rated 60, but he's been placed off a slimmer rating. And Super Class, another one who's won a trial here at Happy Valley before he had his debut run. 4, 6, 1 and 7.
Yeah, Lightning Storm on top. You've got to be a half-decent horse to win at Happy Valley first up on debut. He was able to do that, so I think he can repeat here. Number 1, Jazz Steed, well back, and he just battled away out wider, but takes a class drop here. A 3-time winner in the class, 2-time winner course and distance. Carrying Spirit got a bit keen in a recent effort. He's trialled since, stayed on okay in that. And excellent pairs, I thought, improved from start 1 to start 2. And there was money for him first up. No support last start, but stayed on. 4, 1, 2 and 8.
And he does draw better excellent pairs. Barrier 11 at his previous outing, gate 7 this week after his last start, fast finishing behind Wild West Wing.